Right, Taurus, what I'm picking up here is that you or your partner has finally left, finally left this relationship, Taurus. It's either you or your partner, but there's been someone leaving a relationship here, Taurus. It was a quite of a quick thing what happened here. It was a quick ending what went on here because we've got the Knight of Swords and he's rushing out of this reading, Taurus. So, they've left you, it was a quick thing what happened, or you've left your partner here because, you're ready for something new here, Taurus, because things wasn't going right for you and your partner. There was a lot of confusion there, and it could have been your ex as well. You wanted to work things out with your ex, but finally, you're letting go and you're wanting to move on here, Taurus, because there was just too much. There was too much, like, confusing energy there and probably mind games going on. You didn't know where you stood. There could have been hot and cold with you, or you could have done that with them, Taurus. But you're just ready now just to be single, and really just focus on yourself now, Taurus. You're quite good financially, you're stable, you're grounded, you've got everything you really need, Taurus, and you couldn't really be putting up with this because you're stable in your life, but your partner or your ex, they wasn't stable, and you wasn't on the same page anymore. You tried to get back on the same page with them, but it just wasn't working. So you've decided to walk away because there's nothing really there anymore, to keep you, together with your partner. It's kind of like feelings have gone now, there's no emotions there anymore, and it's just like, a dead energy between, you or your partner, or you or your ex, and you finally let go. It might have been a hard decision what you had to make, Taurus, or your partner. You was deciding, debating, whether to move on with your life alone, But I think you did try and work things out, but it just wasn't working at all here, Taurus. So, you finally walked away here, for good because you're ready just to, concentrate on you and, just be single and, just enjoy single life here, Taurus, and go out and meet new people. You're just ready for that change here, Taurus. You don't want to be in this energy anymore of, not knowing, what's going on, are things going to get better, etc. You're just ready just to move on now with your life and be happy and single, and you've got, a beautiful new beginning here, because you have let go of this relationship or this ex, Taurus. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, this is the universe giving you a new start here with your life, and especially financially. Financially, it's going to be great for you, Taurus. You could have your own business here, but things are going to really get good for you here, Taurus, especially financially, and you just probably want to be single and go out and date now and, be available again, because you've truly walked away because, this ex or your partner, were just kind of messing you about here. They were messing with your mind here, playing games, this and that, but you finally let go now, and that's really good. And there's a beautiful opportunity on its way for you here, Taurus. This is a new start. You're going to be secure, you're going to be stable, you're going to be fine here, Taurus. So don't have any worries at all, because your partner or your ex, who you have walked away from, they were just holding you back here, and there wasn't stable, there was everywhere with themselves, they didn't know what they want, they were just playing too many games here with you, Taurus, and you finally let go, and the universe is seeing that you've let go, and now they're presenting you with this new opportunity. So grab it now, Taurus. It's your time. You've let go of this energy, what was holding you back here, Taurus. So well done. That looks really good. Right, Taurus, I'm gonna get into your general reading and see what I can pick up with your general reading. But that's really good, Taurus. There's a new opportunity there for you. So just grab it now, because you finally let go of your ex or your partner. You tried to work out things again, but it just wasn't happening. So, you've moved on, and that's great. Right, let's see what's going on for you, Taurus, in your general. See what I can pick up in your general energies here, Taurus. Right, Taurus, what I'm picking up here is in your general, I think I can see the love reading coming through a bit here, because we've got the Five of Wands. So there was a lot of conflict between, you and your partner, you and your ex. You tried to work it out. They tried to offer you something, or you tried to offer them something here, Taurus. You tried to work out things again, but you finally realised that this person is just too much. They just take it out of you, and they drain you, and it's been a heavy weight on you, Taurus, trying to work out things, trying to get things right, but it just wasn't working. You were trying your best here, you were trying your best to work at this, even though it was a heavy load for you, but now you're just letting go, because this is a 10, this is a completion. You've just had it, you're tired, you're drained, and you've just had it. There was too much water under the bridge here, Taurus. It was just too much, too many arguments, fights, and you're just dropping these now, these ones, and you've had it, and you just want to be like the Empress now. You just want to be independent, enjoy your single life. You've got everything you need, you've got a nice job, a nice home, and you've got a lot to offer someone here, once you're ready to really meet someone again. You have a lot to offer here. So the new person who you're gonna meet, they're really gonna have to match up to you here, Taurus, and be on the same vibrational level as you, because your ex or your partner, there wasn't on your level here, Taurus. That's why they held you back, they drained you, because you wasn't meshing well together, because you was becoming more successful, more stable, and they were just acting the same. There wasn't nothing new there. Things wasn't progressing here, Taurus. So it's really good that you finally let go, and you like that you're the empress here. You're luxurious. You're comfortable, you're safe, you're happy. And you're just ready to be independent and really focus probably on your career, and your finances here, Taurus. And that's really good to see, and just enjoy being single because you finally let go of this burden, this person who was just holding you back and draining you. So that's really good to see. Right, let me pull some oracle cards for you, Taurus, for some more guidance of the universe and ancestors here. Right, and we've got this one for you, Taurus, and it says achievement, exactly. Look, you're becoming more successful, and you're achieving what you're wanting in your life now, Taurus, so, that's a really, really good thing because you finally let go of this person, this ex, and you're going to come to some sort of an achievement now, and you're feeling proud in yourself, and good on you, Taurus. And it says, chase your dreams. You may be surprised by where they lead you. So, Taurus, it's time for you now, as I say, you just focus on you and your life, and what you truly want to achieve, because finally you've let go of this. It was draining, it was holding you back, but chase your achievements, your dreams, your goals now, Taurus, and it can do you no wrong. So congratulations. And let me pull you a romance angel oracle card. Right, Taurus, and the romance angel card you got is very soon. So this says, clearly decide on what you want so that it comes to you now. So, like, with your goals and aspirations, your achievements, clearly decide what it is you want. Do you want to be single and go out dating? Or, do you want to meet that special person, who, you will truly connect with here, Taurus, so very soon, and clearly decide what it is you truly want and just go for it now, because you have the opportunity to do that, because finally you've freed yourself from this person. So very soon, Taurus.